Is Orlando in a housing bubble? If we are, when will the bubble burst? What exactly is a housing bubble? All right, so here we see the definition. A real estate bubble, also referred to as a housing bubble, occurs when the price of housing rises at a rapid pace, driven by an increase in demand, limited supply, and emotional buying. Once speculators recognize that housing prices are on the rise, they enter the market, further driving up demand. The phenomenon is called a bubble because at some point it will burst. Are we in a housing bubble in Orlando? Let's check out a few recent news articles that talks about the housing bubble so we can kind of further educate ourselves and see exactly what's going on in the current market. In this article, it says a housing bubble requires 3 elements. The 2022 housing market has hit 2. So basically what this article talks about is we could be in a bubble, but it hasn't burst yet. So that's the 2 out of 3 things. So we just don't have the bubble bursting yet to be a housing bubble. Now let's check out this news article. It says Orlando home prices shoot up, but most economists say housing market is not a bubble, and here's why. In the article, it says that 60% of 100 economists and housing market experts don't think the US is in a housing bubble. It says most common reasons for believing we're not in a bubble is low inventory, increased demand for single-family houses, and improved lending practices compared to the mid-2000s. Within the past 2.5 years, I have noticed that single-family homes have gotten even more popular than they used to be. Here in Orlando, we have a lot of great condos and townhomes to choose from. But I have noticed just from my clients personally, they have looked more for single family homes, and it does seem like that demand has been on the rise. And then also in this article, there's a real estate agent who's quoted as saying, if one great house comes onto the market, there's going to be 100 offers. The houses are getting plenty of offers that are updated, renovated, and turnkey. Others are giving people pause. And so I can't say that I've seen, like 100 offers or anything like that. I'm sure, that's probably happened. I haven't personally seen that, but I am still seeing that even though we are seeing price reductions happen and things like that, there are homes that are coming on the market on Thursday, and then by Monday, they're off the market, and there was, 30, 40 offers. And of course, most likely it is going over asking, and then, maybe waiving appraisal contingency, that kind of stuff. So we're still seeing that, but just not as much as we were before. If you want to find out what's currently on the market, I have a link in the description of my preferred properties for sale. And if you're enjoying the video so far, please like and comment. It really helps out my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you are a subscriber, I really appreciate the support. When will the bubble burst, right? That is the question. And obviously, it's hard to say. Experts are saying it may not happen at all. Regardless, some sort of housing correction or shift or bubble bursting, whatever you want to call it, it will probably happen. I think we're going to start seeing early signs of it now in Orlando, and I think we're already starting to see some of the signs. Other markets are seeing a pretty big change, and we'll probably see one too. I think by this time next year, the market will definitely look different in Orlando. So are we in a housing bubble? I really can't say for sure, but definitely plan for some sort of correction on the horizon sooner than later. Now, a question that I get sometimes from people is it a good time to buy? And I've said it on videos before, and ultimately that's a personal question, right? It really depends on the individual. I can't really answer that question just broad strokes, right? But generally speaking, if you're relocating, you have other life events happening, upsizing, downsizing, whatever it might be, then it might make sense for you to buy. But on the other hand, if you just kind of want a new home, but you're fine where you are now, you may just want to stick it out. With a housing correction likely, buying a home right now is a long-term play. It could be 5 to 10 years before you might be in a position again to sell. Getting enough equity, your home appreciating, all that kind of stuff. It's just going to take a little while. So you really want to make a commitment to try to stay in the home as long as you can if you're going to buy within the next few months or within the next year. If you'd like to know my pricing predictions for this year, check out this video or this playlist for more market updates. Reach out if you have any questions. My contact information is in the description below. Thanks for watching.